Good morning from Los Angeles. Welcome to Trading with Sergio. How's it going? Busy morning today. A lot of trading happened right at the open for myself anyway. Took some nice profits and nursing some other unrealized losses at the moment. Still have some profits, but we'll see. We'll see where we go. Good morning. Welcome to Trading with Sergio. Wednesday, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. Every Wednesday, every Monday, and Fridays, Power Hour with Sergio, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. How's it going? Fed decision is coming out around 11 o'clock. Expectation is unchanged. Unchanged meaning no change. I don't know. Is the Fed relevant at all, actually, at the moment? I don't think so. What's going on around the world is kind of interesting. India signing a massive deal with the European Union, trade deal. Probably this weekend, Trump will come and put tariffs on India. Now, I don't know what's going to happen. Politically, a lot of stuff going on, specifically in Minnesota. I don't know, man. It's just more polarizing stuff that's going on. I'm not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole. I'll go to positions. I have to cut this about in an hour. So if any of you want to show up, please show up. We can talk about anything you guys want to talk about. We'll go through the positions anyway. Here's the link to StreamYard. And all I'm asking is you're in a quiet place with a good internet reception. What else is going on? A lot of the stocks that I had synthetics on, extremely strong at the open, and then they sold off with the market. SPX got to 7,000. It's pretty common that when we get to these big round numbers, a little bit of resistance is expected. And sure enough, we sold off a little bit. But then, early bird catches the worm. So my routine, every night is after dinner when the house gets quiet, I'll go through my watch list. I'll pick few stocks that I'm interested in buying or selling, if I have position, obviously, in selling, and hopefully with profits, and then I'll enter my orders. So the way I do it is, since I trade mostly options and synthetics, meaning, put credit spreads called debit spreads or directionals, what I do is I'll run it through an options calculator, and it gives me what the pricing of the option is going to be if the underlying were to get there. So once I have my numbers, I'll enter the orders for the next morning. Because if you're dealing with high beta volatile stocks, no one knows what's going to happen. So, but then if they do get there, for example, I was in Aero Environment, stock opened, it was up like 10, 11 at the open, and then within half an hour, it was down 6. So if I didn't sell at the open where I expected the stock to bounce to, that was the trade that I put on anyway, for a bounce from 300 to 320. Where would I be? I'd be looking at losses. So early bird catches the worm. My recommendation is have a routine for yourself. If you're going to actively trade. If you're not going to actively trade, if you're buy and hold, you don't even have to wake up. But, so that's what happened with a lot of things this morning. I had a lot of positions, actually. I had posted them on the community page. I post them every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So go check that out. You can understand from Monday, Wednesday, Friday what positions are happening. None of this is trading, financial, or investment advice. What I do is very risky. Do your own due diligence. And so, yeah, a lot of transactions happened this morning. I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to rush. I didn't have to enter orders. The orders were sitting there already. I usually scale in and scale out of things instead of, I look at trading as like planting a field of corn. And when the corn gets to 8 foot, 6 foot, I'll sell some, I'll trim some. Gets to 8 foot, I'll trim some more. At 10 foot, if that's my target, I'll cut the whole thing off. It could go higher, it could go lower. That's not the point. The point is I am there to transact because the most liquid time on stocks is the open and the close. And especially if you're dealing with volatile stocks like AVAV or FIGR or LPTH, where the stock hit 9.75 yesterday, today 12.25. Well, I put on the synthetic. I mean, I sold put credit spreads and with that money ball called debit spreads. I did it at 10, 15 cents, and they're up to $1. I don't know, what is that? It's like 8x. And well, you got to take that. I mean, you're not going to sleep on it. And then sure enough, after that, stock pulls back. So the point is, again, have a routine. Stick to the routine. I'm not talking about picking stocks routine. I'm talking about what your morning should be like. And then you can go away after the first hour and then, do whatever you need to do. I'm lucky enough to be around. Obviously, our phones, right? We can look at pricing. We can enter orders as well on the apps. So there is no excuse for you to just sleep on something and not to transact when you need to transact. So, yeah, that's what's going on. I have this funny feeling here. I'm not shorting silver physically through futures or options, but I'm going with the inverse ETF with a covered strangle that I have on. I do like that trade on ZSL, but we'll see where that ends up. I talked about this on Monday or last week about the correlation disappearing between crypto and the metals. Metals are absolutely kicking crypto's ass last at least year and a half or two. Good old Peter Schiff is dancing, right? He's the perma bull on gold and silver. Look, the guy is right. Gold, I think, at 5,100 or 5,150. Silver about, I don't know, 108, 109 or 112, some ridiculous number. It's gone parabolic. The volume is expanding. Everybody on the boat. Well, there's going to be a rock pull any day now, and I want to be in there for that. But the thing is, on crypto, is crypto going to rally now and try to catch up to the metals? Or since crypto outperformed gold and silver for 5-6 years while it was going from 10,000 to 100,000, is this the new norm? Meaning crypto is not going to follow. We'll see. If crypto is trying to bottom, it looks like it to me anyway, but God forbid if this is not a bottom, the base that we're putting on, if we fall off from that ledge, it's a long way down. I have a position in BMNU. It's a very manageable position, actually, but I've been in it for a couple of months now with options, selling puts, selling calls around the shares that I own. Yeah, I'm not going to say I can't wait until I get called away, but yeah, it's getting a little old now. So what else? Let's see. If you have any questions, please post. If you want to show up, grab the link and show up. What else is going on? Oh, economic calendar. Well, I talked about that on Monday, so I don't have to talk about it today. I'm opening a couple of new positions, liquidating a bunch of other positions. I want to explain when I get to the position screen. I want to explain what I do, how I do it in most cases. This year, I decided to not deal with riffraff, meaning, I don't know, the usual suspects that's on X and everybody's tongue, basically, BMNR, BMNU, BMNR, okay. And then, the usual suspects, Hood and SoFi. And I'm like, bro, I'm not interested in any of that stuff. If it gets there, I'm interested. If it gets to where I think it should get to, there's 10,000 other stocks. And, I created me a 52-week high list. I'm just going to trade those stocks. And, yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see where things are at. What else is going on? I can't think of anything else, honestly. I'm going to, with that said, let's go to the positions real quick. Oh, BMNU is taking a little leg here. Okay. We'll see. We'll see. Are we going to get called away? Maybe, maybe not. Did I really miss open? I was trying to buy some open. I'm pretty sure I missed it. Yeah, I did. Okay, fine. That's fine. Not concerned. I have enough. Oh, I have some orders that are about to go off, actually. Yep, I just said it and it happened. Yep, FIGR. Take the profits. Are we down? What are we down to? We're down to 2 synthetics. Yeah, those are at 275. That's a double. We'll take it. We'll take it. Give me the doubles. Give me the doubles on the right stuff and give me the minus 25 to 30% on the wrong stuff. I'll be okay. I think I'm going to add some to a couple of positions here. Give me a minute, folks. Did I buy open? No, I didn't. Son of a bitch. Okay, well, we'll see. The order sits there. Silver selling off now. Beautiful, just on time. Come on, crypto. Give me a rally here. So, talking about crypto, should we go through the positions first or crypto first? Crypto first, right? Let's see what's going on. Yeah, I started opening positions in Galaxy and the Dollar Tree. Yeah, we're going to be fine there. Rotation is really fierce today, by the way. Some of the chip equipment manufacturers like ASML opened up $100 and down 43 now. Carvana is having one hell of a nasty day, down to 389, down $90. Whoa, what happened there? Gotham City Research. While JP Morgan and other brokerage houses are raising the targets, Wells Fargo adjusted the target from 500 to 525, Evercore from 425 to 430, JP Morgan from 490 to 510, and Gotham City issues a report that says stock is garbage and it goes down $100. Whoa, imagine those weekly options on Carvana. Holy shit. Let me see what's going on there. Let's see, do we have an opportunity there? Implied volatility going through the roof, up to 200 already on the puts. Okay, Friday stock is 389, folks. Friday expiration, 300 puts are selling for 80 cents. Put volume is through the roof. Whoa. Interesting. Wait a minute. Friday 300 puts are 80 cents? How's that? That's free money, man. 2 days. Am I doing this right? Yeah. Stock is 390. Well, that's free money. I should sell some of those. How much is that going to cost me? Not bad, actually. Actually, it is pretty bad. 15,000 to sell 5 puts to take in $400. Doesn't make sense. How about put credit spread? Hold on. I gotta look into this. The 350s are $4 for Friday. How about 350, 345 or 350, 340? Put credit spread. 350. Sell the 350, buy the 340 for $1.45. Credit. So we're taking in $750. Requirement is $4,000 for 2 days, 4,200. That's a trade. That is a trade. We'll come back to that. That's insanity. So I'm taking in $1.45. And down, dropped to okay, yeah, it's moving wild. There is a trade here somewhere. Let's take a look at the daily chart on this. Okay, 200 EMA is at 351. 350, 340 is going to be the one. Mind you, this morning stock was 500. That is insane. What is happening? Wow. Interesting. Very interesting. Hmm. I want to do form factor. I did Galaxy. I did Dollar Tree. Open. Yeah, we missed that one. It's okay. I want to do this Carvana really bad. This is for 2 days. You're giving me $750 for my $4,000 for 5 lots. 10 lots, you give me $1,500 for 8,000. 20% for 2 days. That's loan shark money, man. You know what? Let's just give it a little bit of time. Will they gap this thing down tomorrow again? Or is that free money? I don't know. Okay. Okay, 350, 345. 350 is 200 EMA, so that's support right there. This is for 2 days, folks. These are expiring on Friday. 77 cents, 75 cents, and the requirement for that is only 2,100. Same thing. Wow. Why does it look like free money to me? 350, 340, $1, $1.10, $1.23. And it's costing me 4,400 to do it for 5 lots. So $900 to take in $1. I gotta do this at some point today, so please refresh my memory. Okay, we'll go through the positions real quick. Crypto did bounce. Let's go to the big charts for a minute. Actually, let's go to the positions. I'll post them today. ASST, I'm long 850 leaps, 2.5 and 5s, my lotto ticket. This is a trade I'm proud of, actually. I was long synthetic. I was short 62.5, sorry, 280, 270 put credit spread. With that money, I bought some 350, 400 call debit spreads a couple, 3 days ago on AV, Arrow Environment. I like these 4-legged trades because it gives me a lot of options. I can lift legs off and do whatever I need to do. I didn't have to do any of that because stock opened up 10 in the morning and now it's down 6. When it opened up 10, I had put the synthetic on at 247. I took profits at 4.5, 5, 5.5, and then on the way down, I figured it's reversing. I sold the call debit spread with a profit. Now I'm going to have data. This is February 20th expiration, by the way. Now I'm going to allow data take care of the put credit spread. I'm down to only single lot on that. I'll just keep that around. BMNU up to 540. Please, 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 please take me out. I was short puts, the 5s and 4s. I bought them at about 50% back today. I have cover calls. This is, I think, my second or third cycle that I'm selling cover calls on. I think my cost basis is going to be right under 5 at some point, probably, if they don't get called away. So I put out the 6, 7, and 8 calls. $1.50, $1.13 and 87 cents. $1.50s are down to 60 cents. $1.13s are down to 35 cents, and 87 cents are down to 25 cents. So if it's 6, 7, 8, I'll get called away. I'm long 3,500 shares. Carnival Cruise Lines, I'm long 70 calls, but short weeklies against it. This is the second or third cycle I'm doing that. I keep lowering cost basis. I like the stock quite a bit. I'm long 70 options. It's just a pure directional with a little bit of a calendar vertical. So if the options I sold, 30.5 and 31s, are expiring on Friday. It would be perfect if the stock ended up about 30.5 on Friday and then popped on Monday. Coming up, still decent time. Dollar Tree. I put on the synthetic this morning. I'm also long some calls. I sold stock is at 120. I sold March 120, 115. Put credit spread, and I bought the 120, 130 call debit spread. I think I started doing those at 195. I did some more at 175. I have some more at 150 debit. I like that trade quite a bit. FIGR, which is another winner this morning. And right at the open, I closed the position, 80% of the position with decent profits. So I had put that synthetic on. So I was short. This is February. Short 62.5, long 57.5. Put credit spread and bought calls debit spreads with it. With the cost of 183 debit this morning. I chucked them at 2.5, 3.5. Stock got up to 67, 66. Now it's at 65, 72. I still have a couple left. I think I have an order to sell those at 275 credit. If it gets there, it gets. If it doesn't, no problem. This position I opened yesterday, Galaxy Digital. If we're going to get a pump in crypto, I think the timing on this is perfect. I'm definitely going to add to this. I added some this morning. I opened it yesterday. Again, March. This is going out to March. March 32.5. March 30.25. Put credit spread. And then bought the March 32.5, 40 call debit spread with the money. I did those. I did some of those at 45-cent debit yesterday. I did some more at 25-cent debit this morning, and I did some more at 20-cent debit. I have orders. Well, I don't have it now, but I would like to do it at even as well as the stock is pulling back. This trade was beautiful. Light path, same thing again. I like these four-legged trades, folks. The reason, again, is it gives me a lot of flexibility of what leg to lift, what leg not to lift. I can, let's say, if I'm long call debit spreads, I can just sell the long calls, take the profit, leave the short calls alone, create a strangle out of it, naked strangle out of it. You can do so many things with it, by lifting legs or adjusting legs. It's wonderful. So understand what it is. And then again, none of this is trading, financial, or investment advice. So I had 15 lots on that. I closed 10 of it. On this one, put credit spread was March 10, 7.5, and call debit spread was 10.15. Put the position on at 21-cent debit. Got out this morning at a 95-cent credit and won. I had order at 115. It didn't get there, although stock did get up to 12.19. So I have the last 5 at 1. I'll take it if they give me that 1. If not, I'll hold on. Open door, I'm long. I'm trying to add some calls to it. I'm long 40 calls on that. And ZSL. So on ZSL, this is the 2x inverse ETF of SLV 167. I bought 2,500 shares. Original position started with a covered strangle. I was short the 3-4 strangle, which expired worthless. Now I'm short the 2-2 strangle. Short 2 puts going out to February 20th. Short 2 puts, short 3 calls. 2-3 strangle. So I took in 94 cents out of that. It's $1.67, folks. So I'm fully willing to get assigned at $2 less the 94 cents, which will put me at 105, double up the position, or I'm also willing to get called away at $2. That's why I did the 2-2. If I get called away, I'll get called away at 195. So yeah, no problem. So I may just buy some more shares actually there. Dollar Tree, I want to add for sure. Let's see where we can do the Dollar Tree. So these are March. I'm selling the March 20 puts, not January. I gotta go back to Carvana. It's in my head. 120, 115 put credit spread. Okay, and then we're buying 120, 130 call debit spread. 175. Yeah, I just did it at 175. Where's my order sitting? Okay. My order is sitting. Where is it sitting? 150. Okay, that's fine. 150 debit. That's fine. Galaxy, I want to add. Let's put an order in there, actually. So on that one, we're selling 30 puts, March 30 puts, buying March 25 puts, buying March 32.5 calls, and selling 40 calls. 60 cents. What? I just did it at 20 cents. No, come on. Let's not fuck around. No, I'm not paying 60 cents. I just did you at 20. Oh, no. Hold on a second. I messed up. Sell the 30s, buy the 25s, buy the 32.5s, and sell the 40s. Oh, 23 cents. Okay. Yeah, let's put an order for 3 more lots at 5 cents. 5, 3, 3, 3. Yeah, I just did it at 20 cents, so there's 23. Let's put it at 5 cent debit. That's fair. Okay, that order is in. I still have some stuff to sell, some stuff to buy. Okay, we're good. Whereas FIGR, I got 2 left at 275 credit. That's fine. Let's say about almost a double. The morning it was definitely double. CCL is going to be a big trade, hopefully. And then BMNU, we get called away. Okay, everything is fine. Everything looks good. We'll cancel that for now. Actually, let's see where the weekly opens are. Weekly Friday expiration. It's taking a couple of pennies. What did we just do? Oh, last FIGR. Bye-bye. Okay. It was nice knowing you. Nice profits, man. Gotta be happy with that. Nice, Serge. Yeah, we'll leave the book credit spread alone on AVAV. Yeah. Okay, so that's done. That's closed. At 10 lots, made about $3,000, I think. A couple days, not too bad. We replaced it. LPTH is next to go. That was 8x. You can't go wrong with that stuff. You can't go broke taking profits, folks. SLV is rallying. I mean, ZSL is rallying. What else? Actually, I want to look at form factor. BLTR is fine. Oh, weekly. Sorry, my mind is wandering. Open weekly. I'm long the 6s. Stock is 583. We got 2 days. Let's sell some 7s. Let's take a penny or 2. Let's do that. Let's sell 40 of those. If it gets to 7, great. 40 of those, a couple of pennies. $80. You got to do this, folks. You can always take care of theta or time decay by selling weeklies against your monthlies or regular expirations. What else is going on? CCL, we're short the weeklies expiring. I got to go back to Carvana. I want to look at form factor and I want to look at Carvana. Form Earnings are out on the when. Oh, that's right on 20 EMA and middle Bollinger Band. When are the earnings out on this? 2/4. Oh shit. Monday? Let's see where the options are on this thing. Let's go to March. Feds are going to be very expensive because of earnings volatility. Stock is 72. My God, the spread is so wide on these. There's no players. There's no open interest. Shit. Let's look at Fed. Are they better? Not really. Oh, okay. Well, let's give it a crack. Yeah, I can't trade these one. The options are 3, 530. How can you trade that? Let's price it anyway. I'll have an idea. Sell the 65s. Oh. Sell the 70s. Buy the 65s. Yeah, these prices are goofy. Buy the 75s. Sell the 85s. Let's see. $1.30 debit. $1.30 to make 10 or potentially lose 5. Okay. Yeah. I'll give that a breath. I think I'd rather the Carvana if it's lower now. Okay. $3.84 now. My God. Do I want to put myself in trouble with this or no? Yeah, I do actually. 2 days. Let's see if we can do a cash grab. I actually don't mind getting assigned at 340. All the brokerages will come defend us now. This is expiring on Friday, folks. Don't do what I'm doing, please. Please don't do what I do. It is risky as hell. I'm actually going to go 325 to 320. Or let's go to 330. Sell the 330s, buy the 320s for 95-cent credit. 5 options is going to cost me 4,500. Putting up 4,500 to take in almost 500. That's 10%. That's not good. We can always negotiate, of course. 385. I mean, it's in one nasty downtrend. Are they going to take it to 200 EMA tomorrow, next couple of days? Should we be patient with that? What do you say, group? My chat group? What do you guys say? Should we do it right at 200 EMA? 353 is 200 EMA. Man, I'm itching to do this. Went through the 50 EMA, hot knife through butter, though. 350, 340s, I think is proper. Let's have some balls, Serge. 350, 345s are 85 cents. 350, 340s. I wouldn't just tell naked puts. I'll do a put credit spread on this. $1.67, $1.57, $1.67. Holy shit. Taking in 1,000 for 4,200. 350, 340, $1.50. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's just start with a couple. And we'll keep going. 350, 340. Put credit spread. $1.55. Okay, let's go with $1.55. Okay, they took that. That was fast. $1.55. Stock still dropping. Well, let's do 350, 340, one more at, let's see if it's higher. 350, 340, then $1.57. Let's do a couple more. We'll do a couple of every $5. $1.57. Let's do $1.75. Let's do that. $1.80. Stock is dropping, so we can get it off. $1.85 maybe. Yeah. They didn't bite $1.85. If it drops a little bit more, they will. You guys have to understand the max loss in this, folks. The max loss is 10. Okay. Capiche? So we did 618, 463. What is that? 618 minus 463, $1.55. Okay. And we have a couple more at 185. Let's lower that to 175. And we'll go a couple more at 2. They're not biting on that either because this thing is ridiculous. Okay, we'll have 175. Yep, I just did that. Now stock is at 381.5. Let's do a couple more. And I'll stop there. A couple more at 2. Couple more at $2. Then we'll observe. It is at $2. Stock is 380 now. This is Friday, folks. Yeah, I got a couple more at 2. Okay, cool. Then we'll stop there. We'll look at it after that. Isn't trading fun? Gotta be cool, calm, and collected, folks. Cool, calm, and collected. No rush. If it breaks 380, we'll do it. We'll get the 2 off. On any bounce, these things will die. Literally. I can collect 50% of the stock bounce. It's 390 here. Where I was when I started talking about it. Come on, give me the 2. Don't be nasty. Don't be nasty. No, you're not going to give it to me? It is trading a shit ton of volume too, by the way. Earnings are not due for at least another 2 weeks, actually. Let's see. Oh, no, AV goes up to 309.5. That's crazy, that stock. Opens at 321. I get out of my synthetics, sells off to 300. Now it's 310. Good thing we kept up a credit spread there. How much are we up on that? Yeah, okay. There's always something to do. 378. We're going to get that $2 off now, actually. Let's change it to one lot at 2. You know they're not going to give it to me? No? Come on now. And we'll put one more at 225. It ain't free. Oh, we just did that. Okay. It ain't free money, folks. We could lose. Actually, we could lose $5 grand. Okay. So far, our cost is 662,491. 6.62 minus 4.91. We're at 171. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's do one more at 225. We can add always tomorrow. We're down to 170 already. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. They're just going to collapse this thing. We'll do some more if it goes lower. All right, so we're in. We're in. If these things are going to go down to like 75 cents, I'll cover it today with 50%. All right, this is how trading is, folks. You got to see opportunity, you got to take it. That's it. You can't sleep on stuff. Actually, let's put a gift order in there. Sell one more 350, 340 PCS 175, 225. I'll give you guys 225. To credit 225. And that'll be it. That'll be at the limit. 378 now. 225 is good. Okay, that order is in. Everything else is everything else. LPTH is going to be done any second. Yeah. 174 silver must be selling off too. Good. Wow, look at that daily chart. 2-minute chart. Holy shit. Another bounce. Okay, cool. Maybe this is it. What am I looking at? I also traded Velo 3D in my account, my Robinhood account, actually. Oh, wow, that rip. That was 3 points. Okay, what are we looking at? Okay, let's look at some charts. Let's look at 377. At 375, we'll get to 225 off. Look at that drop, folks. Today's high is 490. Stock is 378. That's proper. That is proper. All right, let's look at some charts while we're messing around because I got to go at 11 today. Okay, so triple Q, new ATH are very close to it. SPX hit 7,000, kind of got rejected. I am looking to do a whole bunch of stuff. So let's look at crypto for a second. This is IBIT. IBIT is the iShares Bitcoin ETF, the largest one, BlackRock's, I think. And so either we're basing here, or if we roll over here, Bitcoin is probably gone to 55 to 60,000. Same thing with ETH. This is the Ethereum, iShares Ethereum Trust. Same thing. We're just going sideways. We've been going sideways actually since November, third week of November. We're almost in February, sideways. So if this is a ledge to fall off of, I think ETH is going to 2,000. So we'll see. But if we do get a rip out of here, I think everybody who's holding the bag on BMNR is going to be happy with it. So yeah, that's what I see. And you know, for all the fools on X who go BMNR, BMNR, I'm like, BMNR is not going anywhere unless Ethereum goes somewhere. And BMNU, same thing. I have a position, and please take it away. If you don't take it away, I'll sell another round of calls. And pretty soon by June, I think, if I'm still there, my cost basis will be 0 on that. When is silver going to sell out? Oh, actually, it's red now. Holy shit! May have been on a trifecta today. Ooh, lovely. Okay, cool, 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 cool. All right, we're down $35 on our Carvana. Great. Now we have more other positions though kicking in. You know, one position doesn't make or break the account, folks. Make sure you size everything correctly. If you don't size correctly, it will break you. Like I can do 30 lots on Carvana. I would never do it. You know, just because your account size can't handle it doesn't mean you go nuts with it. And you do what I did, right? You scale in, and then now we just planted the corn. So we'll see what we can do with it. I have one more order at 225, and that'll be it. In fact, I'm going to raise it to 250. That's like, if it gets there, I'll do it on a whoosh. 250. Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Back to charts. Yeah, if we do bounce here, I'll close that with 50% in a heartbeat. 380 now. I'll bet you I have a profit on it now. Yeah, everything else is kicking into. Yep, $25 profit. Let's see if we can make some lunch money. Let's see if we can make it $500 on this next hour and a half. Most likely. We'll see. What else is going on? So we talked about crypto. So hopefully we get a rip. You know, I want to get taken away 6, 7, and 8. Hopefully BMNU will be taken away. Honestly, I usually don't hold things that long, but on the trading account anyway, my port long-term port was doing great. Now it's okay. I'm long Google from 152. I have May 350 calls sold against it. Just to be in the long-term capital gains tax bracket. I'm long Lululemon at 182. Stock is 182 actually. I'm long UPS at 96. We're at 105, so we're good there. And I'm long Kava at 59. We're at 64, so we're fine. And I started selling puts. It's going to be the 5th stock if I do get assigned. I'm short 88 puts and 83 puts on Netflix, so that's going to be my 5th stock in the long-term port. Was looking at Uber actually. Is this a double bottom? I'm not sure. Earnings are out next Monday or Tuesday. We'll see what happens. I'm definitely interested in form factor. Yeah, we're rallying already on that. We kissed the 200 EMA. I'm interested in Toll Brothers. I'm interested in JP Morgan. I'm interested in Photronics, PLAB. I am interested in, I did those couple of trades already on AXTI. Yeah, we're coming down to 50 MA. I'm definitely going to trade that there. I'm interested in Sensata Technologies. I like consolidation before breakouts. What else? I'm interested in when I did the trade on LightPath. Yeah, we should be getting out of that any second now. And I'm interested in Rocket Mortgage. So diversified group, it's just basically 52-week high pullbacks. FIGR, I probably should roll to March. I do like that chart quite a bit. I probably should roll it to March. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, we're at 375 now in Carvana. Okay. Maybe we'll get the 2.5s off. Massive volume today. I mean, massive. Over 11 million shares. That's a lot. That's a lot, folks. For Carvana, anyway. All right, we're up 55 bucks now. Now we're only up, well, we're up 125 bucks now. Yeah, we'll see. We'll take the money at some point. I should have, I wish I had done the 2.5, but we may have a chance tomorrow and the next day. There's 2 days left. 2 days of a lifetime on situations like this. Actually, let's cancel that. I want to get nailed with one. Where's LPTH at? Is it a buck yet? Buy, sell, buy. We're at 97 cents. We have an order at a buck. I'm sure with another 10 cents in the underlying, we'll get that off as well. So take the profit there. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Cool. 381 now. What's that? 6.7 point bounce. What's our cost again? 662, 491. $172. Let's put a buy order in there at like 75 cents. Yeah, I'll die. Screw them. Okay. All right. So if you guys have any questions, please post it. I'll answer those, and then I'll go have a cup of coffee because I have a call at 11:30. I got to get ready for that. Come on, CCL, don't sell off. Well, actually, stay here for another couple of days. Let the calls expire, worthless weeklies, and then run. Run, Forrest, run. 172. This will be interesting day, actually. If silver closes red here, let's go. Close it red. Let's see if we do it. This is ridiculousness, this parabolic situation here. I mean, this is silver. This is not a stock, folks. It's trading 110% above its 200 EMA. I mean, mean reversion trade will take this down to 83. And ZSL will be like 260 at that point. So I'm like, yeah, that's a little too much. Yeah, I mean, metals don't go parabolic, but then, who knows what the heck is going on. I like it, actually. Let's see. Yeah, we need to take out this 95, 69, 95 range. If we take out 95, adios, we're going to 80. Yeah, it's all set up, though. Hopefully a double top. Hopefully a double top. Okay. Yo, we made lunch money. We're up 125 on Carvana. It's worth it, though. I mean, you guys got to think about it. So I put up $4,000, and I took it about 172 times 4. I mean, what is that? 172 times 4 times 400. I took in $688 for 4,000. 688 divided by 4,000 for 2 days. That's 17% for 2 days. Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah. Now you're going to say, why didn't you do more, Serge? I go, because I don't know. It's pretty close to the bottom, though, where I did it. Okay. All right. I'm going to go and answer some questions and then say goodbye. Okay. For sure. All right. Good morning, everyone. Yes. Pipes fixed. Yeah, man. One of my members lives in Chicago, and his pipes burst is so cold. And then meanwhile, I'm 74 degrees with a t-shirt here. I mean, we pay the price to live in California, folks. It's not that easy. Okay. You have to live with cost of living increases that are astronomical in California. Yeah, I feel for you, Doug. Luis, good morning. So if you guys want to join that wonderful group of members, I have a Telegram chat group. Click join as a member. You get me for a Big Mac a month. What the members get their own live stream once a week. They get the trades live. Again, none of this is trading, financial investment advice. And then they get my positions live. They get my account equity live at the end of the week. So they get a lot for a Big Mac. Yeah. Oh, did you? You did a couple Carvanas? 100% careful with sizing. Yeah. I mean, we're trying to make lunch money here. It'll probably work out, but, when the returns are there, I mean, you can't buy those. I mean, well, talk about actually, people go like, when the IV is high, sell those options, right? So let me go back and correct some of the people there. But, selling puts is easy. Really? You think so? Okay, let's do that. Let's take a look at those things before I go. Selling puts is wonderful. Really? Go talk to the guy that's selling puts on HIMS or sold puts on Hood and stuff like that at 150. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Actually, we're up 155, 175 now, 200 now. Okay, good lunch money is mine. Let's take a look at that real quick, okay, before I go, because there's a myth out there that selling puts is no-brainer. I'm like, okay, sounds good. Let's take a look at those Carvana puts, okay? Expiring on Friday. Okay, all right. Stock opens at, these are January 30th, expiring on Friday, folks, okay? Stock opens at 490, okay? So let's say in the morning, you looked at the 400 puts, $90 out of the money, okay? This doesn't have to happen. It only has to happen once and you're broke. Let me explain this to you folks, okay? 400 puts, you looked at it, they are probably $1. Well, actually today's low on those 400 puts was 20 cents, okay? At the moment, they are $26. So sometimes you got to buy those puts as opposed to sell those puts. Because if you sold those puts, if you saw it $1 and your eyes were wide open, or $2 or $3 or $4 when the stock was at 460, 450, right? And your eyes got really big and say, this is 2 days, I'm taking in so much money for 400, then stock appropriately drops to 375 and they get to $30 from 3, your account's gone. Especially if you're doing naked puts. So selling puts is not what risk-free, folks. Understand the risk. These are the 400s, folks. Okay, when the stock is 470 this morning, I'm sure there were like a couple of bucks. And I mean, high low today shows 20 cent low, 31 high. Now, not 31 cents, $31. Imagine you went for a quick cash grab and you sold them for $1 or $2. And then they walked on you to $31. Now what? Now what? Broke. Dead as a doornail. That's why you don't fuck around with these short puts. And when people say this on X, I want to argue with each one of them, but then I go, nah, never mind. They're a bunch of idiots. They're going to blow their accounts on the next pullback anyway. I don't wish bet on anyone, but, if you're dumb enough to say shit like that, Yeah, selling puts, no brainer. Oh, okay, cool. Cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, gotta be careful with all this. Is the market selling off? It looks like it. Does definitely look like it. Let's adjust size on a couple more. I think market is selling off. Yeah, we have, what do we have here? Okay, we have that, and okay, we have that, that's fine. Good thing we got out of FIGR altogether. Light pass, yeah, we didn't get out. We'll hold it for one more day. No concern. Let's see if the market's selling off. Oh, the Fed announcement came out. Oh, that's what happened. Sold off, and then the typical wildness. I missed that altogether. I wonder what they said. Interesting. I didn't even pay attention to it. That's what the big couple of candles were. Okay, I get it now. I get it now. Well, yeah, I'm not really interested. I'm sure they didn't change rates. Oh, that's what happened. Okay, fine. No problem. Carvana 383. That's good. We're all good. Maybe I'll go listen to Pal. No, I refuse. I refuse. Hell with that. It's a dead man walking anyway. Yeah, I ain't fucking around with that. Yeah, we'll just do the usual bounce. No. 386 on Carvana now. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can take our 50%. Almost. 688, we're up 275. We'll wait until the end of the day. If they give me 50% today, I'll take it. So 172, 50% would be 80 cents. Yeah, for sure. Lunch money. Let's put an order in, actually. So we're going to do the reverse, right? We sold the 350s and bought the 340s. Now we're going to buy the 350s and sell the 340s. $1.38 debit. Not happening. Not happening. Oh, let's go at 70 cents. 70-cent debit because we sold them at 172. That'll be more than lunch money for today. Tomorrow is a different story. For today, I'll take that 50% until the close. Sounds good. Okay, that order is in case we do bounce some more. You got to take profits. Nobody wants broke taking profits, folks. I assure you that. I 100% assure you. Okay. All good. Yeah, I'm not going to take the light path. I'll take it tomorrow. Galaxy's in there. Dollar Tree's in there. What else is there? Nothing else. Carvana is there. Okay. All right. We're good. Okay. Fed probably said no change. Yeah. No big deal. Exactly back to unchanged. Okay, folks. I'm going to go have a cup of coffee and get ready for my call at... Okie dokie. Yes. Hey. Now we freeze. What kind of bullshit is this? Come on now. We froze. Oh, no. We'll come back. Thumbs up. For sure. I have an electrician coming, I think, tomorrow. It probably cost me $500. If they show up, it's like, how much is $500? Votes 10 to 2 to hold benchmark rate. Yeah, we knew that. Yeah, no big deal. Just big cloud of dust. We don't go anywhere. All right, folks. I'll see you guys on Friday. Post my positions here every Monday, Wednesday, trading with Sergio. Every Friday, power hour with Sergio. Don't do what I do. What I do is risky, such as Carvana and things like that. But understand the risk of selling puts, okay? You could have been broke today 10 times over in Carvana puts, all right? Sometimes you got to buy those when the IV is high, not just because its IV is high, you sell them. Because if you sold them naked this morning, we got taken out in the back and shot to pieces, okay, with an AK-47. So, yeah, don't sell puts unless you understand the risk. Anyway, much love. I'll see you guys on Friday. Adios. May all your longs skyrocket and may all your shorts tank. There you go. We end with that.